One mother from Illinois is speaking out to parents across the nation after her son, who happens to have Down syndrome, was ignored at a community pool. Kristen Rumpel is joining us this morning to tell us more about the emotional letter that she wrote on her Facebook page, and it is a letter that has since gone viral. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so before we talk about specifically what's in the letter, I want you to read, if you don't mind, read the letter to our viewers at home that you wrote that was on your Facebook page.
To all that were at the Algonquin Public Pool, I'm a special needs mother. My son Brandon has Down syndrome. I never thought I'd be one of those mothers to write an open letter to all to read, but here I am. Today, while at the swimming pool, my heart was breaking. You see, no one wanted to play with my son. He would go up to other kids and say, "Hi boy, hi girl." He is still categorized as nonverbal, and he is hard to understand, but he was trying his best. Every single time, the kids would either look at him weird or say nothing or just swim away. Brandon would look back at me with a look of disappointment, not understanding why the kids were being mean to him. Parents, please educate your children. Tell your children that children with special needs want the same thing they do. They want to be accepted. They want to be included and treated just like every other normal child. They want friends that won't judge them and will just accept them the way they are.
And wow, you must have been really highly impacted that day to come out and do this, because you were putting yourself out there. Why did you decide to do this?
Well, on this day, it was actually the third day we had been to the pool with the same thing happening, and there was actually 3 adults that just walked away from Brandon also when he said, "Hi, ma'am." And I was just frustrated at the situation, knowing that we just need to educate people that he's not weird, and he wants to be accepted and loved like every other child.
You know, right before we went on, we were speaking, and part of the reason why we wanted you to come in is because we want you to help us educate us, okay? Because I think I said to you, sometimes people don't know how to react. People don't know what to say. What's your advice for every parent out there? Because it really does start with the parents, doesn't it?
Right, and that's totally normal. You know, until I had Brandon, I might not have known how to react, but we want them just to treat him like he's any other normal person, and he is hard to understand, you know, but you can ask him to repeat what he's saying, or afterwards you don't know what he said, just, you know, say, okay, you know, thank you for that, or I'm glad I got to meet you, you know, just treat him like he is normal.
And you have another child too, you have an older child too, so what do you want to tell parents about how to talk to their children about how to deal with this? Because for children, it can be scary, they may not know, you know, children are a whole different issue. What would you say to your little ones?
My little ones, I would say, you know, if you see something different, you know, come ask mommy or daddy, and that we will be happy to explain. And for parents, when you don't know, like, go to Google and research, you know, Down syndrome and get the top, you know, 10 facts. Or please, as a mother, come ask me at any time. I am more than willing, and all special needs moms have said, please ask us. We are willing to educate. So don't be, you know, afraid to come ask.
You know, Kristen, you just said something that was really, really important here. And you said, please ask me as a mom. So it's okay for us to come up to you and other moms and say, what can I do to make this easier on your family, or how do I react? And you're not offended by that.
No, I'm not offended. I've even had the question of, if you would have known before birth, we found out at birth about Brandon, would you have aborted him?
Oh my gosh, who would ask that question?
Well, it's been asked, and you know what, at least she had the courage to ask, and I said, no, I would not have murdered my child, but please ask. All special needs moms want to educate the public on what's going on and share their son or daughter.
I have to tell you, as a parent, we all hate it when our children are suffering from any pain, and to watch your son being rejected 3 days in a row at the pool, I'm surprised you ended up going back. But you've turned this into something spectacular, and what kind of reaction have you gotten? Because you kind of joked at the end of this letter and said, I hope this goes viral, please share. Well, guess what? What's happening now?
Oh my gosh, the outpouring of love has been tremendous. I've gotten over 100 private messages on Facebook. A baker's bringing cupcakes this Tuesday to Brandon. Firefighters want to, you know, come to Brandon. He's been sent care packages. Thousands of play dates have come in. I've had to get a calendar out to write things down so I don't miss something. So,
that is fantastic. Yes. Well, you know what? We couldn't do this without Brandon. So we're going to ask Brandon, who's 11, and Mackenzie, his 12-year-old sister, to come and join us. Hey, good morning to you guys. Have a seat. So nice to have you here. We wanted to give Brandon and Mackenzie a chance to see themselves. You see yourself on TV? right? Very, very cool. You guys are beautiful. Mackenzie, I know you're a great big sister. You're very proud of your little brother. Gosh, Christian, I don't know what to say except thank you. Thank you for writing this letter.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming in this morning. You have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
We so appreciate you coming in to let us know what we should be doing and to educate all of us.
And I think, too, just everyone should know that we are all fearfully and wonderfully made. And, you know, people with disabilities are not mistakes. The Lord made them perfect.
Well, he is absolutely gorgeous. And so are you, Mackenzie. Thanks for taking care of your little brother, too. What a great story. So happy to share this with everybody this morning.